Welcome to the World Register. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. Reuters news agency reports today that U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin met face-to-face for more than 2 hours at the G20 summit in Hamburg, Germany. President Trump and President Putin spoke through translators with their respective foreign ministers present for 6 minutes before reporters were allowed into the room for their statements. Afterwards, the reporters were ushered out and the meeting continued. Speaking to reporters, President Trump said, quote, "President Putin and I have been discussing various things, and I think it's going very well. We've had some very, very good talks. We're going to have a talk now, and obviously that will continue." Addressing President Putin during the news conference, President Trump continued by saying, quote, "We look forward to a lot of very positive things happening for Russia, for the United States, and for everybody concerned, and it's an honor to be with you." Russian President Vladimir Putin said he discussed Ukraine, Syria, terrorism, and cybersecurity, Russian news agencies reported. President Putin said, quote, "We had a very lengthy conversation. We spoke over the phone with you several times. A phone conversation is never enough. I am delighted to be able to meet you personally, Mr. President." End quote. President Putin also apologized for turning up late to his meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. In another story by Reuters news agency, the U.S., Russia, and Jordan have agreed to back a ceasefire in southwestern Syria, and the truce will take effect on Sunday. The announcement from Jordan state news agency Petra cited government spokesman Mohammed Mamani as saying that based on arrangements reached in Amman, a ceasefire will take place along a line of contact agreed upon between Syrian government forces and associated troops on one side and rebels on the other. According to the report, a U.S. official said earlier that U.S., Russia, and regional countries had reached a ceasefire deal in southwestern Syria. And Breitbart News Network reports today that U.S. President Donald Trump has faced 7 times more leaks than former U.S. Presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush. The report from Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee said, quote, "Since President Trump assumed office, our nation has faced an unprecedented wave of potentially damaging leaks of information." A conservative estimate in the report showed that the Trump administration faced 125 leaks potentially damaging to national security in 126 days. A more narrow search, confined to 5 major outlets, revealed that Trump White House faced 62 leaks compared to 8 under Barack Obama's administration and 9 under the George W. Bush administration.